Averment of jurisdiction, Quo Warranto Affidavit, exercise of Constitution Treaty secured rights, Canaanland Morocco, Ontario Superior Court of Justice Corporation, Mahat Kaba plus Vizier plus 999 plus 20250228, Empire State of Morocco, International Document, Aboriginal and Indigenous Peoples Documents for Moroc, muur, Northwest Amexem, Morocco, North America, Northwest Africa, on all adjoining islands, the North Gate, Temple of the Moon and the Sun, true and jure natural peoples for the land, all declarations of truth. Peace and grand rising to the Moors. Moroccan Empire, United States for America, Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Societas Republica el Morocos, Moorish Divine and National Movement of the Earth, Northwest Amexem, Northwest Africa, North America, the North Gate, all adjoining islands, Temple of the Moon and the Sun, the true and jure natural peoples, heirs to the land, Islam. Universal, sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, natural, divine, Quo Warranto, mandamus restitutio, Averment of jurisdiction, Quo Warranto, exercise of Constitution, treaty secured rights. This international affidavit of truth is a declaration of national standing and a published reclamation of a state at law. Placed upon the public record, for the record, and let the record show, international document. United States Post Office certified receipt tracking number of acceptance 9590940287954005520933 and 958907105270043085 2025 February 28th. Chronos, 28th day of the month of February in the year 1445, 2025, February 28th, Gregorian calendar at 12 post-meridian. All rise and standing remain standing in perpetuity in accordance with the ancient laws as stated by this Holy Congress. Cosmic progression of the sunset era. This is a sovereign, living, ancient, universal, Moroccan, Moorish American Constitution for the United States, 1789, Article 3, Court Action. We are the sovereign, living justice, Angel Tadosha Saunders, improper persona, Sir Juris, improper solo, and improper herdes, in capitissimento nolo and in red ink. My free chosen national appellation is Angel Mahat Kabade, improper persona, Sir Juris, improper solo, improper herdes, in capitissimento nolo and in red ink. I and all Moors are the true and jure heirs for all land, all natural resources, all commerce, and all systems. All Moors are the original indigenous, sovereign, ancient, Moroccan, Moorish American descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. We are part and parcel of the sacred land, the sacred blood, and the sacred breath. The ancient Moors, Iroquois, Lamu Highlands, Kahiri, Tavaco, Exmaica, Los Maltese, Gala, and all natural, living, divine, original, indigenous, universal, sovereign, ancient nations, matriarchs and nobles. We are the treaties of peace. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our credit, and our energy is hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people who are the natural, living, divine, original, indigenous, universal, sovereign, ancient Empire State of Morocco, and the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Washington District for Columbia, Universal Moorish American Consulate, and the Article 3 Moorish American Consular Court. We're the complete caput and corpus juris legalis, which is our statement that we are the lawful, legal, natural head and body for our empire. We're the most ancient sovereign court, both at heaven and at earth. Nous vivons. All Moors are the rightful, lawful title executors, ministers, heirs, trustees, claimants, beneficiaries, and possessors of our universal vast estate trust for our own vast estate. We are peace. We are one nation, one state, one empire, and one God. Nous vivons. We are the most ancient sovereign court, both at heaven and at earth. We recognize ourselves and hereby accept our sovereign ascension. Issue a sovereign creditor's bill for possession, which is 9/10 of the law, and custody, which is 1/10 of the law, over all judgment debtors. We exercise all sovereign rights at this time and all points in time, non-pro-tunc. Ontario Superior Court of Justice Corporation, subject Jeffrey B. Morowitz, 130 Queen Street West, near Toronto, Ontario, M5H 2N5, regarding misrepresented instruments, bill of attainment, foreign bill of exchange, contract case number 468068 and 481099824500195901 and 481099824500195902 and 481099824500195903 and any and all attachments associated thereto and all others. Carbon copy to Adult Matters, Toronto Case Management Courts, the Ontario Court of Justice, the Ontario Superior Court of Justice Corporation, subject clerk, care of 10 Armory Street, courtroom 205, near Toronto, Ontario, M7A 0B9, delivered by return receipt, United States Post Office, tracking number of acceptance 9590-9402-8795-4005-521190 and 9589-0710-5270-2047-0435-35, as well as Library of Congress, subject Carla Hayden, 101 Independence Avenue Southeast, near Washington, District of Columbia, 20540. Exhibit A, Sovereign Postmaster General Proclamation and 10 Nationally Autographed Moorish Salmodularium. Exhibit B, Averment of Jurisdiction, Quo Warranto. Exhibit C, International Proclamation of Aboriginal Status. Exhibit D, Lawful Notice and Appellation Proclamation. Exhibit E, Judicial Proclamation. Exhibit F, Fiduciary Trust or Trustee Attorney with Facts. Exhibit G, Omnificent Statement Law. Exhibit H, Empire State of Morocco, White Living Birth Affidavit. Exhibit I, Affidavit for Allodial Record for Live Birth Certificate. Exhibit J, Sovereign Universal Living Alia Habeas Capus and Corpus and Squash Homonyms 20250214. Exhibit K, Moorish National Identification Card. Exhibit L, United States Driver's License Card. Exhibit M, Sovereign Postmaster General Appointment and Identification Card. Exhibit N, Empire State of Morocco, Atland, Canaanland Territory Constitution 20241004. Exhibit O, Empire State of Morocco, Atland, Canaanland Revenue Mission Law 20241004. Exhibit P, Empire State of Morocco, Atland, Canaanland Financial Ministry Law 20241004. Exhibit Q, Empire State of Morocco, Atland, Canaanland Criminal Debtors Law 20241004. Exhibit R, Kings County Superior Court, Secu Trust Recordation, 25 pages. Exhibit S, Atland County Nationality Recordation Process Law 2025, February 12th. Exhibit T, Nationality Trust Deed Certificate 20250210. Exhibit U, Notification of Acceptance, Library of Congress. Exhibit V, Constitution for the United States decapitalized. Exhibit W, Treaty for Peace and Friendship. Exhibit X, Zodiac Constitution for the Library of Congress. Exhibit Y, Sovereign Creditor Fee Schedule. And Exhibit Z, Affidavit of Clear Perfect Allodial Land Title For America, amexem, MACNR 999999999. Adult matters of the Toronto Case Management Courts of the Ontario Court of Justice of the Ontario Superior Court of Justice Corporation. I, the undersigned clerk or deputy clerk of the above-named court, authenticate pursuant to Versus Code 8.01-391C on the date that the document to which this authentication is affixed is a true copy of a record in the above-named court made on the performance of my official duties. This is performance. Notice to the principal is notice to the agent. Notice to the agent is notice to the principal. Averment of jurisdiction, Quo Warranto, all rise and stand. This is a sovereign living ancient Moorish American Moroccan Constitution for the United States, 1789, Article 3 Court Action, Consular Court Action. I'm the sovereign living Chief Justice, Angel Teodosha Saunders, in proper persona, in juris, in proper solo, in proper herdis, in capis diminuto nolo, and in red ink. I and all Moors are the ascendant of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites and the great pharaohs of Kemet. Our full faith and trust, our credit, is in the people, who are the sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine, living, ancient, de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Moorish American Consulate, and Moorish American Consular Court. Ontario Superior Court of Justice, subject Jeffrey B. Morkowitz, 130 Queen Street East, near Toronto, Ontario, M5H2N5, regarding misrepresented instruments, bills of attainment, foreign bills of exchange, contract case number 468068 and 481099824500195901 and 481099824500195902 and 481099824500195903 and any and all attachments associated thereto and all others. Res judicata. Hagens versus Levine, 415 U.S.533. There's no discretion to ignore lack of jurisdiction. Joyce versus U.S.47774 2D215. The law provides that one state and federal jurisdiction has been challenged, it must be proven. Maine versus Tilbotot 100 SCT 2501 1980. Jurisdiction can be challenged at any time, and jurisdiction once challenged cannot be assumed and must be decided. Basso versus Utah Power and Light Co. Whereas all government entities and alleged private corporations must be a creature of the American Constitution. This is a formal request and command for Morowitz Jeffrey B., doing business as Jeffrey B. Morowitz, Chief Justice and Judge, Ontario Superior Court of Justice Corporation, United States Corporation Company agent, and all heirs, assigns, principals, and agents, and any and all derivatives thereof, to produce for the record the physical documented delegation of authority as proof of jurisdiction as required by law per Article 3, Section 1 of the United States Republic Constitution. Public hazard bonding of corporate agents. All officials are required by federal, state, and municipal law to provide the name, address, and telephone number of their public hazard and malpractice bonding company and the policy of the bond, and if required, a copy of the policy describing the bonding coverage of their specific job performance. Failure to provide this information constitutes corporate and limited liability insurance fraud. 15 United States Code, and is prima facie evidence and grounds to impose a lien upon the official personally to secure their public oath and service of office. 18 United States Code 912. Whoever, having taken an oath before a competent tribunal, officer, or person in any case in which a law of the United States authorizes an oath to be administered, willfully and contrary to such oath states or subscribes any material matter which he does not believe to be true, is guilty of perjury, and shall be fined no more than 20,000, or imprisoned no more than 5 years, or both. 18 United States Code 1621. By proper and exclusive right, the Church adjudicates. 1401 Canon Law, Book 7, Part 1. Notice to the agent is notice to the principal. Notice to the principal is notice to the agent. Whereas rights secured by the Constitution are involved, there can be no rulemaking or legislation which would abrogate them. Miranda versus Arizona, 384 U.S. 436, 125. The claim and exercise of constitutional rights cannot be converted into a crime. Miller versus Kansas, 230 F. 2nd, 486, 489. When acting to enforce a statute and its subsequent amendments to the present date, the judge of a municipal court is acting as an administrative officer and not as in a judicial capacity. Courts in administering or enforcing statutes do not act judicially, but merely ministerially. Thomas versus Smith, 154 SE 583. A judge ceases to sit as a judicial officer because the governing principle of administrative law provides that a judge ceases to sit as a judicial officer because the governing principle of administrative law provides that courts are prohibited from substituting their evidence, testimony, record, arguments, or rationale for that of the agency. Additionally, courts are prohibited from substituting their judgment for that of the agency. Courts in administrative issues are prohibited from even listening to or hearing arguments, presentations, or rationale. ASIS versus US 568 F 2D 284. Ministerial officers are incompetent to receive grants of judicial power from the legislator. Their acts in attempting to exercise such powers are necessarily nullities. Burns versus SUP CT SF 140 CAL 1. Once challenged, jurisdiction cannot be assumed. It must be proven to exist. STCUK versus medical examiners, 94 CL. Once challenged, jurisdiction cannot be assumed. It must be proven to exist. Stuck versus medical examiners, 94 CA 2D 751.211 P 2D 389. Let it be known for the record, on the record, and let the record show. In honor, I, Anna Mahat Kabade, in Capitaminto Nolo, and we, the divine sovereign beings, affirm that we are the sovereign, natural, and divine beings, herein proclaimed, in Capitaminto Nolo, in proper persona and surgeris, in proper solo and proper herdis, and affirmed by law, full birthright, being lawful, universally qualified and competent to affirm this document. We therefore place our sovereign hands and seals hereto, and in favor of all Moorish American, all Moorish, all Moroccan nationals. Notice to the principal is notice to the agent. Notice to the agent is notice to the principal. This is performance. Notification of the full record of the Averment of jurisdiction, Quo Warranto 2025-0228 is available at, and on the screen is the link to the drive. Filed 2024, February 28th, post-meridian 12, Canaanland Kahiri Republic Supreme Court, Canaanland Territory, Court Clerk Office. All sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, divine, Moorish, American autographs affirming this in all sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, Empire State of Morocco, and all de jure Moorish National Republic federal government documents are self-executing, executing on the public record at North America, ancient Morocco, Northwest Amexem, Northwest Africa, the North Gate, and Temple of the Moon and the Sun. This Chief Justice stands as supreme law for the land, Islam. This Quo Warranto was sent out twice, with the same tracking number of acceptance. The second one was sent with the following exhibits. Exhibit A, Sovereign Creditor Fee Schedule, Moorish Government Proclamation 2025-0228. That was listed as well in the first one. As well as our Exhibit B, de jure Article 3, State for Canada Statement Law 2025, February 21st. Exhibit C, de jure Article 3, State for Canada Statement Law 2025, February 28th. And Exhibit D, United Nations Acceptance Proclamation. The Chief Justice stands as supreme law for land. I, Angel Mahatkabade, in proper persona, in ser juris, in proper solo, in proper herdis, in capis diminuto nolo, and in red ink. I will to read the debtors on this Quo Warranto. Whereas all government entities and alleged private corporations must be creatures of the American Constitution, this is a formal request and command for Morowitz Jeffrey B., doing business as Jeffrey B. Morowitz, Chief Justice and Judge, Ontario Superior Court of Justice Corporation, United States Corporation Company Agent. David Field, doing business as David Field, President and Chief Executive Officer, Legal Aid Ontario Corporation, United States Corporation Company Agent. Viriani Arif, doing business as Arif Viriani, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada Corporation, United States Corporation Company Agent. Kersner Michael, doing business as Michael Kersner, Solicitor General of Ontario, Solicitor General of Ontario Corporation, United States Corporation Company Agents. Blanchard Joanne, doing business as Joan Blanchard, Chair, Parole Board of Canada Corporation, United States Corporation Company Agent. Kelly Ann, doing business as Ann Kelly, Commissioner, Correctional Services of Canada Corporation, United States Corporation Company Agent, and all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, and any and all derivatives thereof, to produce for the record the physical documented delegation of authority as proof of jurisdiction as required by law for Article 3, Section 1 of the United States Republic Constitution. Notice to the agent is notice to the principal. Notice to the principal is notice to the agent. Islam. Chronos, 28th day of the month of February in the year 1445, 2025, February 28th, Gregorian calendar, at 12 post-meridian. Nun pro tunc.